Hello, 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 hello. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're watching from. Welcome to Stock Market Technical Analysis. Today, while Wednesday, January 20th, 2021. There's a lot going on today, folks. There is this new regime being sworn in in the US of A, as well as we have a full blast earnings season ongoing. And yours truly, those in our Discord room, hopefully you took advantage of some late indication that we gave you yesterday. We will go over that. Before we do that, let's dive right away into our live chats. If somebody please could confirm the sound. And the first person that I have to greet, let me be honest, I have to greet everybody. I have to greet Mickey. Mickey has been teasing, not teasing. The truth is that I'm very envious of my brother Mickey. He is coming live from Douala, Cameroon. Douala, Cameroon, where most likely he's enjoying the African Nation Championships going on, and the rest of the while are in my beloved 237. So, Mickey, thanks for rubbing in, brother. Thanks for rubbing in. I appreciate you though being here. That shows commitment. Being in Douala with all the fun that I can imagine. Yeah, well, I spent a month in Douala in February, March of last year. It was a blast. Yeah, we were trading from there, but at the time we were not having this live show. So definitely, I'm looking forward where I'm gonna be able to say hello, greetings everybody, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, live from Douala. Welcome to pre-market analysis. I'm crossing my fingers. Hello, Mr. Beautiful Gates, who is undecided. Yeah, the question of the day is with a typo, please. What are you trading today? Yeah, because Wednesday is one of those, right? If by now, folks, if by now, sorry that I'm diverging again. We have a lot. I need to stay on schedule here. If by now, you have done at least one thing in the market, meaning that to study the mechanics of the market, how the week goes. I mean, what type of trade you are to be looking for on Mondays? What type of trade you are to be looking on Tuesday? Well, this week we started on a Tuesday. Monday wasn't open, but Wednesday, it's what usually Wednesdays that day where things it tends to expand, meaning that the market in all likelihood will be moving. We may not know the direction, but that's not a problem. As long as the market moving, option traders such as us, we are bound to make money. Wow. So that's why we ask question of the day, what are you trading today? Because at least for me, looking at pre-market, there are plenty of opportunity. But that's fine, folks. One of the things you are going to develop as an option trader beginner is the ability to stay with a small list of stock that you're almost scrutinizing, and your opportunities will come from there. I guarantee you that that's in the long term, that will be best for you. So if let's say it is currently 8:54 Eastern time in New York and in Montreal. Hello, Montreal. Traders, you do not know what to trade. Well, your goal is that by this time you have a pretty solid idea of what to circle on. Are you trading GangstA trade? Are you trading? Because this is earnings season every single day from now on. Yeah, Netflix kicked off the big earnings. Not that the banks, actually the bank did great. Well, the bank did great yesterday. There was a trade on Goldman Sachs. Yeah, it gapped, but the trend was almost like one of those dreamy trend. It wasn't as much as JP Morgan, which gave 10 bagger last week, last Friday, but it was decent. I think 200% on the puts. You could have definitely gotten that. So where did I diverge? It's reading Mr. Beautiful Gate comments. Hello, Mr. Andrew. How are you? Mr. Andrews, it's on CRM, Netflix, Facebook. Okay. Netflix is the big gapper after its blowout earnings yesterday, right? So I'm speaking like pundits now. They love to use those words. Yeah, blowout earnings on Netflix. Okay, I don't know. So, or anything. So let's quickly. So glad to have you guys. Glad to have everybody. I'm going to make sure that I come from time to time on here to check on that screen, because typically there are questions, and I really feel bad if at the end of the session we are running out of time and I don't answer somebody's question. Because remember, guys, the content I used to say on the videos, and I should be repeating it as often as possible. And my goal is to cater the contents of this channel to your liking. Well, the content of this channel, the content of this teaching. I had a new trader in our Discord room the other day. He was surprised that I was almost begging him to come to the one-on-one coaching, because If you sign up and I don't know what your trading style is, what your learning style is, how am I going to be able to teach you effectively? So for me, it's by speaking, talking with traders at first, then making an assessment that, oh, okay, we can tailor the content of the training to this specific thing. We have over 400 videos here on YouTube and ongoing. During the one-on-one session, based on how the trader, their approach to trading is, then I hope my thinking is that I can do a better job in such a way. Some people, some of the feedback we have been hearing lately, it's, oh, some people, though they enjoy the short weekly trade, maybe they want some long terms. We have a trade idea that's actually, we have been posting ideas on there. I'm going to be doing more of that. This is actually the time to do that. And we have talked about some of the strategy on here. I've repeated, for instance, you notice, for instance, most people, they will go long leap calls, right? Leap calls, I haven't seen that many people who will say, oh, let me buy some leap puts, meaning that you have in mind that the stock will be going down, let's say, by a long-term range. Let's say 2021, whatever stock, I don't want to give any stock of puts. No, people go January 2022, March 2022, that's an example of leap. Leap is by the dates. If you are new, you are catching this live broadcast in a playback and you don't know what leaps are, that's okay. We can explain later, but there are further dates in the future. Typically, there are calls. For me, I'm all for that. But I just urge people to incorporate something nice on there. Hedge that with cheap weekly calls from time to time. I mean, if you can't do it consistently, your account allows you to do it consistently, oh, then you are sitting in a cardboard seat, obviously, yeah, because the puts are going to be super cheap and your position, your core position, the leap position can appreciate and without any pressure on there. All right, so this morning, let's go in here in on our trading view screen and just to go, well, I mean, as the French will say, à tout seigneur, tout honneur, we are looking at the seigneur. So, actually, it's on my fourth screen. Oh, look, oh, Lord. Okay, so let's just quickly look at the ETFs, right? SPY, today is Wednesday. SPY has expiration today. Yesterday, it was a little bit of a bizarre type of thing. There was expiration yesterday. It put in a low and then it reversed. So here we are. It's gapping by about 2 points this morning. Yeah, but it was the same amount that we gapped yesterday. So you see, folks, let me do this. Let me do a better job here. So it's okay. So you see this type of candles, right? On the body of the candle, though we don't just trade the body, meaning the open and the close. That's the definition of a body of a candle. Look how tiny it is. But there was a move. On there. But the stock gap on over 2 points thereabout. Today is gapping 2 points again. This is the type of market that can be very difficult to trade on SPY. Yeah, very difficult to trade. Because here it was here yesterday. The idea, and this they have been doing a lot lately. That's where quantitative analysis come in handy for us, meaning what are the algos doing recently? So they fake a downward move here. It's mostly sideways, right? But here it found support. That's how we can explain it at the time that, okay, it found support at the green line. That's the exponential moving average 20 period, as you know. I can show you that on the right-hand side. And then from there, it's just carried on. Something that I want to illustrate this morning, let me finish with the ETF. So SPY with earnings season, these indexes are controlled by techs, yeah, by technology companies. Let's not fool ourselves. Meaning, if the likes of Apple, Netflix on QQQ, Apple, Microsoft, Amazon, you know the big 10 in there, Nvidia, Tesla now. As long as the earnings are great, these indexes during the earnings season, they can only melt up. That's what we typically see. But I was sharing with somebody as we are currently ringing in 9 Eastern in New York and 6 Pacific time in Southern California, where I'm coming to you live for this stock market technical analysis daily here on Successful Trading Channel. In the earnings season is in January or anytime. So since it always starts the 15th, yeah, the earnings season always starts on the 15th. Let's say the second half, midway through the month, right? By the end of the month, let's say when we're halfway through the earnings, there's usually a reversal of momentum, meaning that if let's say assuming that Netflix is kicking off with a bullish momentum. So toward the end of the month, be prepared in 10 days, in 8, 9 days time. Let's be prepared for somehow all of the sudden we have funny days. So for me, I'm going to be looking for, let's say, the 29th and the 1st of February, right? For some funny activities. Actually, let's say the 28th. Yeah, because it's almost like the computers they have to keep people honest, because trust me, if the next 8 days they are bullish, then more people are drawn into the market and traders just complacency settle in. It's just like, oh, the market can only go up, 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 up. But toward the end of the month, so I'm giving you these hints ahead of time just to give you an edge, just to not be surprised that, okay, all of a sudden, but for us, the way that we trade, right, we don't really care. Meaning we, at least, if we are disciplined in our trading, we shouldn't be surprised by a change of momentum. So just something to be thinking about out there. So here's QQQ here, and QQQ starting at, this is the 15-minute chart. I cannot see the daily. So on the daily, 319 over 3 points on QQQ. It actually was the strongest one yesterday of the ETF. You see its body. The body of this candle open at 214, a 314.25, a high of 316.93, close at 316.41, and obviously Netflix, it's highly influencing this this move here on QQQ. IWM, the small cap, at least in pre-market so far, it's the one that's retreats. Actually, it's gapping slightly as well. It was slightly in the red earlier, but not much, right? So overall here, we're starting with a green market. Fantastic. But remember, folks, it's Wild Wednesday. So speaking of wild, we say that to senior to toner. This is a stock that has been wild, very, very wild to trade over the last 4 days. There is none other than Baba. Yeah. It gapped down December 24th, so was not a Santa Claus rally for Baba at all. Let me confirm that this is Baba. You can see the ticker in here on the top left-hand side of my trading view screen. So then we come back here. Look at all of this here. Okay. So on Baba here, we can talk about a lot of things other than just the wildness. But I want us to stay focused on from a technical analysis point of view. Why, for instance, if you are in our Discord room, you could have asked me, hey, Telex, why did you make the comment yesterday about Baba? What was the comment? Let me read it out. I'm not going to switch my screen. What time was it? At 3:56, 4 minutes before the close. Only question left, how high does it open tomorrow? And then I even went as far as the next comment was, if you're in the mood, you can go with a trifecta bullish, Baba, JD, Momo. Yeah, that trifecta, yeah, I don't think we will have time to talk about it here, but that trifecta, actually, I think that trifecta, all three stocks are gapping, Baba, JD, and Momo. There is a reasoning behind that, and we will need confirmation. But let's say on the technical side here on Baba. Okay, so Baba consolidation or whatever that you call this madness here at the bottom, right? I usually draw a box here. I'm not going to do it. So meaning all of these prices here is December 29 all the way to January 13. And then fast forward, January 14, we gapped. The next day, slight gap again, but both candle, I mean, a stock gap with huge volume, because we have seen that volume in pre-market here, right? Close to 1 million or over 1 million shares. But look at the body, meaning that during the session, during the live session, the stock moved way less than what it did in pre-market. So the gap is much bigger than the stock. I mean, something like that, I don't know how to explain it. I just know when it comes to for the 15, the market makers, they had to make sure that because it was OPEX, they had to make sure that they got theirs. So meaning, yeah, I'm sorry to say that, manipulation. So hence, yesterday again, we gapped, but look at the body. We gapped, and actually, if we go to the 15-minute chart, I wouldn't do it here. The stock actually opened at 250, and it went to 247 thereabout, posted a low, meaning there was very little chance to make money on those options. Well, depending how close you were to the money. If you had the 250, maybe you made money briefly, but you had to take it really soon or toward the end. Other. So this morning, during the night, news came in from China that I believe Jack Ma, the founder of this company, he has been on a hiatus, or they haven't seen him since for 3 months now with the crackdown that has been going on with his company. So he posted a video on something that, so I guess people will justify that that's the reason for bullishness on here. I did not know that. For me, my analysis here was purely technical, right? And that's where I want you to focus. So we had consolidation for, this is a big stock. Yeah, this was a $310 stock, let's say back in as recently as early November. Yeah. And it just based on news that's have been going on in China, and some of it here, the listing and all of the other stuff. It tumbled down. It tumbled down, lost $100 in a matter of a month, literally. Yeah. But after this consolidation here, so from a technical point of view, you read it as support. Yeah. The stock actually they went into a nice pattern here. 2 red days and then green days. 2 red days, then green day. 2 red days, green day. 2 red days. Here again, look, yeah, I'm reading. Trust me, these are the type of things that I look at, believe me. So if you knew that, if you early here, because here at this tiny candle here, okay, support, okay, you took, but we are below exponential moving average 8, right? You took a position, it may have gotten you something on that day, January 5th. But then the next 2 days, red again, after 2 red days, a big green candle. So 2 red days, a big green candle. So today, folks, yesterday was gap, but we did a tiny green candle for the first time. So what will be the color of this candle? But the gap here is so big, right, compared to the other gaps on here. So it's gapping $15 there. But I need to warn you, folks, because if you have been studying pre-market, I don't know how early you're looking at it, depending on what parts of the world you were watching this. A stock like Barber, this stock is difficult to trade. Yeah, it's difficult to trade. This is the type of stock that it could be going down and your calls will be appreciating because implied volatility, depending on what the market makers they want to do. So here's what we know. We are going to be starting way outside of the upper Bollinger Band. We know that. This is the daily chart and the upper Bollinger Band is at 263. My typical reaction on here, you know how I roll, right? my rule on here into a GangstA trade is that I'm biasing the puts because they are going to be cheaper, and the stock literally from when pre-market starts, as early I was looking at it on Weibo. Don't ask me why I was awake, but the stock has just been dropping in price. Yes, that's your direction. And how do you know that? You know that because you study pre-market. It has been dropping by the tune of, I don't know, $1 per hour. Okay? The volume on here so far, let's see, what's the volume on this thing? For whatever reason, Power E-Trade is saying 2.5 million volume. We will see that shortly, but another source is showing me less volume, so I'm not sure what's going on. But a stock that opened, I think it opened at 270.70. Yeah, it posted a high of 271 something, and since then has just been downhill. Yeah, this is one of the, so the pattern that we have seen, if you have seen similar type of stock, that's where hopefully you are spending time studying a chart. You have seen this, let's say for me, I see it, I'm not only on the stock, but I also study option charts, right? So they will like to, they're going to start like, oh, big red candle on the stock or on the option, whatever option that's the calls that you're looking at, then post a bottom, and then eventually start going up again. It's, from a trader, especially a beginner trader, is nerve-wracking. Either you have the position or you want to get in, because it's a very unsettling trading baba. But that's how it trades. And really, here, so we have a breakout above now both exponential moving averages, the green and the yellow line. This is the daily chart. And folks, to boot, the recent momentum, the yellow exponential moving average 8 is about to cross the green one. This is actually for long term, if you will. That's one strategy that we have indicated here. So, I mean, right now, Baba could be one of those trades for people who are looking for long term to say, oh, you can use whatever leap calls that you want or anything. And I guarantee you, by the way of this thing is going, for me as of now, this thing could close red. It could give back all of those gains because it has been just non. I don't know. I don't know. It doesn't lend itself to it than one of those stocks. I mean, look at it here. The last 3 days haven't exactly looked at pulling with confidence with people buying it. So stock going to 271 right now, sprinting to 66.81. That's why I tell you that sometimes maybe it's better to stay away from this type of stock. I'm sorry to say it, but this is hopefully this little explanation here. If you have the appetite for the Wahala, yes, trade it. You may be rewarded. I mean, in order to make money here, you let's say if you took it on Friday, yeah, a little bit money yesterday, but it's not prone to go trading, really, to be honest with you. Hello, Miss Marcy. Welcome to the show. As Miss Marcy knows about Baba Wahala. I think she has traded Baba before, and this morning is just doing one of those. Just yeah, I don't even know how to describe it. So we talked about new regime, new potential let's say policies or whatever, and for those into long term, I shared in our Discord room in the trade idea this stock yesterday. I just want to show you the long term range of this stock. Actually, for that, let's go to weekly. Maybe that will do it better. Okay, so this is a stock. This is a $2 stock. Telex is talking about a $2 stock. What's wrong with Telex? I thought he wasn't into penny stock. Yeah, this one is different, right? This one, it's showing me a pattern that I've seen before. So it helps from China as well. So the theme of the day, it's from China with love or from China with bullishness. Yeah, there's a new regime. Word on the streets is that the new regime will be much more softer with China and foreign policies and the trade, the Wahala with the trade talks. That's we have gotten used to. So no, this stock on here, it's really showing a pattern. I mean, it has gone through runs before, and the way that it's setting up recently. So you study the different time frame, right? You study the daily, you study the weekly. So $2, it's breaking out on here. So above $3, it's anything. Obviously, with a stock like this, you're going to see big moves. So do you buy the stock? It has monthly options, I believe. So for us, we indicated that you could trade it with from month to month instead of taking leaps at once, which you can do as well, but they are to be expensive. For me, my approach could be here month to month, and I'm taking the furthest strike that the market makers are offering. So like this month of February, yeah, because month to month, even though we are still in January, it's on the next one is available. Available is February because the monthly for January they expire last Friday. Yeah, the third Friday of the month. So that's that's on here that I wanted to share. And again, if you're a subscriber in our Discord room and you are interested in long-term trade, please come schedule a one-on-one coaching session and tell me what your needs are such that I can cater your specific trading, your trade to your liking. There's no need to wait for me and make a comment in the room when I post something because I cannot guess what you like to trade. You ought to be able to tell me that if that's your style. Hopefully that makes sense here for everybody. Let me check if there's any question on here in the room. Okay, so we cannot finish without. Let's go inside of Power A Trade and take a look at what Netflix has earnings. How much Netflix is up. Unlike the Wahala with Baba, Netflix has just been going up and up and up since yesterday. So in the Power A Trade, let's see where is Netflix settling at right now. You guys are seeing that. So yeah, here's Baba. So Baba on here. So the 6% up, fantastic, but it doesn't bode well. Here's the 2.64 million shares. So meaning all of that volume then if let's say it's true, so it's sell volume basically. So a little bit unsettling. So I have I will wait for it to open. When I see what Webull is posting as a volume analysis, I will definitely share with you. But expect a wild ride on Baba. I can guarantee you that. So be prepared accordingly. Netflix. Oh my goodness! Yesterday here, hopefully, if you had the appetite for that, you took advantage. But no, it wasn't for us to take advantage of that. So yesterday, at this very time, we were talking about Netflix, right? We told you it would be having earnings, and we tried to simulate. Which ones did we try to simulate? We said, oh, 50 points. Yeah, it was 380, something. So, well, my friend, right now, if you had the 350 here, so 50 points away from at the time when we were talking yesterday, it didn't do much the entire day. They stayed flat yesterday. So, meaning the price actually came down. It was 350 here for this 550. This morning, you are looking good. It's trading $22 ahead of that, but your risk, my friend, was almost three. Let's say you took them at the closing price, $3 per contract on earnings. Personally, I don't do that. So this is what I do, though. This is what I do. The stock is up 14%. Fantastic. So we have Wednesday, Tuesday, Thursday, tomorrow, and Friday left. So I'm going to look at the ATR of this thing. The implied volatility is going to come down here. How do we know? Look at it already. It's a big minus. So anything, let's say 650 or whatever, I will engage into that with the GangstA trade. So 650, 660, 670. And our offering is always in that range. So this is one stock where, let's say, in order for us to get a chance, usually we have to put in 20, 25 cents, 30 cents. That's the max that we are willing to put. But look at it, folks, right? The market's opening in 12 minutes time and it's posting higher highs. That's at least, that tells us the type of momentum that it has. 1.2 million shares being traded there. So, and then on the put side, never forget the put side. So in here, yeah, 500. Yeah, 500 will be a good target. They're going to be cheap, yeah? They will not be worth, because if you're looking at them now, they say, hey, Telex, how can you possibly, how dare you, Telex, say that the 500 puts you on Netflix expiring January 22, we can buy them for 10 cents, 5 cents. They were worth $14, $15 yesterday. Just watch. Do a screen capture for us and let us know. Yeah. So around 500 is where we could put those 505, 500, 505, 510. And again, don't want to overpay for them at all because the stock is bullish. God knows if this run could go to 600. And as you know, if you do not, you're learning that here at Successful Trading today. In earnings season, learn to use proxies. Roku is a direct proxy to Netflix. Roku has been on a run, a massive run, since it closed above 200, literally less than a month ago. Yeah. So for people who are looking for stock to trade, I know most of you always look for bullish trade, right? Well, you can find those bullish trade by using Finwiz, using the app that we told you, TeleTrader, and creating your watch list. So let me give you another stock that has been just on a tear because it just crossed over 200 recently, right? Etsy. Have we talked about Etsy here? For me, I feel that we haven't been trading Etsy enough. Yeah, Etsy has just been ramping and ramping and ramping. Yesterday, again, 8%. I didn't even get to see that until I was doing my daily analysis overall. But it has been just on a ramp. Let's actually conclude on Etsy on here. So those type of charts, they will tell you that, hey, there is momentum. And when Wall Street find a stock that they like, they will just run it up, folks. There's no limit. So Etsy, over the last year, let's bring it here. Over the last year, the last 12 months, rather, I should say, Etsy has gone from $40 to $200. Here it is in front of your very eyes. Yeah. Etsy, it's e-commerce, in case you do not know, so meaning that is in the same realm as industry as eBay, Amazon. But it's relatively unknown. And here they have quietly. So, and look at this. The patterns are pretty much straightforward. Run up to upper Bollinger, come back, rest at about the exponential moving average or sometime below, and then go again. They have just been doing that consistently here. So the most recent run, December to January, from 150 to just 200 thereabout, came back, rest at 170, now to 22. So, I mean, it's stretch, right? We know this much outside of the upper Bollinger. So if you want to get involved in Etsy, for you, just track it next time that it comes to rest around the exponential moving average. Will it see 200 again? It's $20 away from $200. Stock that go above $200, you can take Roku as your example, or currently Square. They do not mess around. If Wall Street loved like that stock will catapult before we know it to 300. And from 300, the next stop is 400. Again, your case study is Roku. So this type of move are type of stock that we can get involved with Leap because it's really going through an expansion and growth on here. So hopefully you got something out of this Wild Wednesday pre-market analysis, stock market technical analysis daily. We wish you a good trading session, and we will see you tomorrow. Same place, same time, hopefully. Bye-bye.